Hi fashion lovers, welcome back to my channel. Today it is how to cut this beautiful gown. All right, the clients sent the fabric to me that she wants this. Okay, so that is what I'll be cutting in this video. If it is what you're interested in, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment on the comment section. Okay, so this is what we are making. Looking at this is cut together. It can be achieved cut together or any other way, but I am going for cut together. And you can see it has two-step flay. All right, and the waist is I think they use elastic on the waist side. So this is the fabric she came. All right, this part is stretchy, the other part is not that stretchy. So this is 3 yards of fabric that she brought for the sewing of this gown. Okay, so this is it. This is the fabric I'll be using. The know what next is our measurement, and this is her measurement. Shoulder 16 divided by 2 gives us 8 plus 6. She wants her own shoulder to be, sorry, her own sleeve length should be to be 6. That is what you're seeing there. And the bust, waist, and hip is divided by 4. You can see I did not add anything to it because we are working with stretchy fabric. Okay, then the half length is 17, the gown length is 38 in total, but I took measure of where she wants the fitted part to stop, before the flay, and it gave me 30. That is shoulder to her under bust, sorry, under hip is 30. Understand? Okay, so this is the fabric we're working with. But first, before we go to the fabric, I'll need the pattern. All right, what I'm marking out is just our basic line. I just need the upper part of this pattern. Okay, so the upper part is what I need. So this is my half length, and the gown length. This pattern paper actually ends with 28, length 28. Okay, so it's very much okay. When placing it on the fabric, I can increase the length. So I'll just go ahead and mark all the necessary lines, mark them out properly the way it should be. Then I will start marking the necessary measurements. Now, if you watch my actual measurement, I did not add sewing allowance. If you are in beginner, please, you are free to add allowance, maybe 1 or 2 inches as your sewing allowance. Okay, so feel free to add allowance if you choose to. It's matter of choice. Now, this is my shoulder that I just marked. Okay, this is SH, which is my shoulder. The next thing is, after the shoulder, I will mark my sleeve. The sleeve length is 6. Yours must not be 6. It can be 4, it can be 8, it can be 10. It's matter of choice. But for this particular dress, our sleeve length is 6. So exactly where you marked your 6, connect it straight down the way I just did. Okay, connect it. The shoulder is no more needed. What you need is the shoulder, the sleeve length, that is what you need. Then after that, you start marking out your necessary measurements. This is my bust. Remember, there is no sewing allowance. And this is my waist. There is no sewing allowance because this fabric is stretchy. So you keep marking. All right, now once you have marked it, I'll be using my rule to connect from the waist to the hip. All right, then from the here, all right, to this part. All right, then once that is done, I'll come here. Watch what I'll be covering here this way. That is cut together. Yes, this is how you go about your cut together. All right, instead of covering it the armhole the way we would know, you go this way. You're cutting both the sleeve and the shoulder, everything together. So that is cut together. So you follow it up and cut. Okay, Once you have cut this, you can see that. Now I've taken out the part that is not needed. This is the part that is needed. Now this part that is needed, I need to open it up. Now this particular dress, the part that is slanted, opening to the neck, there are things, two ways you can finish it. One is through bias, another one is facing. But in this case, I do not want my own facing to, have joining. I do not want it to have joining. So mark your, before continuing, I'll just mark my neck width. Now your neck width for this particular dress can be 3.5 or 4. But for this case, I'm going with 4. I do not want it too tight. Okay, that is 4 that I marked as my neck width. What you have as your neck width at the front is the same at the back. The same thing, depth is the same thing you have at the back. So I do not want this neck to be choking. So I will equally come down and mark it at, just the same way we go for our neck, give it a curve this way. Just our basics. This is not what I need, but it's just a guide to when I'll be opening it up, because I need to open this pattern up. All right, now opening it up, I'll concentrate on the neck part. Now forget about what is on the other side. I actually use this pattern, this paper, for something else. So one part of it has drawing, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's just concentrate on the neck and the shoulder. Now you can see how it is. We already know our center, mere looking at it. Okay, now any part of this shoulder can go. Whichever part you decide to choose, it is okay for the slanting. But first, let me mark the same neck width of 4 inches and neck depth, all right, and curve it. Okay, I will curve it to give it that basic body, that basic neck, but that is not what I want. Then you come here, all right, from your neck, from where the neck started, you can take 1 inches, sorry, not the neck, from where the sleeve length, this line, you can take 1 inches and curve it this way. You can see where the sleeve started, I just measured 1 inches. Either you go after the sleeve length, or you start at the sleeve length, or just few inches before the sleeve length. All right, the more you go, the more off it is on the shoulder. This part is what I'll be cutting off. Now if I decide to use a bias, okay, that I want to finish this place I'm cutting now with bias on the fabric, then it will require me cutting it this way. But if I do not want it finished with bias, like this particular one will not be finished with bias, it is facing, but this facing, I will be cutting it together with the fabric. Okay, so this is the fabric. All right, I'll fold it. This is the folding. Now this folding can be 4 inches, 5 inches, at least 3 inches, or minimum 3 inches. Then you place your paper, your pattern to cut. Now why did I do this folding? This folding is necessary the pattern you decide to finish it. I want it to be off shoulder, but at the same time I do not want to sew it. All right, I do not want the line to be seen. Okay, that is why I'm doing that. Now if you watch this dress, you can see from the waist down to the hip, there is a kind of a drawstraw or gathers at it. So that is why I'm doing this. So you can mark up to 3-4 lines or 5 at most, but for me 3 is okay. I'll just paste it. Okay, this line, watch it, I started from the waist. Where I'm cutting now is my waist. I did not go down. All right, according to the style, it was the drawstring strings started from below the waist. Okay, so that is why I'm working with that. I started from the waist, so what I just need is just place it properly. Then I will, space it. You can space as much as you can. It's your fabric, but according to what is on the picture, it is not too much. All right, the drawstring is not much, so I do not want it. I will not be placing it to the distance will not be much. So you can see how I spaced my white I cut. Okay, this is about 3 inches. This one at the middle is about 2 inches. All right, the one close to the waist is 3 inches to the hip. So feel free to place yours the way you choose. Is your choice, but it equally depends on the fabric you have at hand. So that is it. So I'm cutting the down part, and I just left small allowance. Next is the side. Okay. So while cutting this, remember I will not be touching the curved neck. No, only the side, the sleeve part, all right, that will be cutting. The folded part will not be cut yet. All right, so this is it. All right, with this, all I need to do is just place it and trace the back part, and we are good to go. So having gotten this, okay, I'll open it up. I'll fold it again. You can see how it looks. I'll go back and fold. You can see how I'm folding it. What am I trying to do? It is time I indicate the part. All right, this part, if you watch the upper part of this dress, one part is more wider. All right, the other part is just in our normal shoulder neck width. So I need to indicate which part it is, then follow the curve. Now you can see why I folded into two, because I do not want to be I do not want to finish this dress with bias. I want it faced. And two ways of doing the facing is this way one, or you can just, after cutting it, you cut facing and, sew it on it. But I want it this way. Okay, you can see how I placed it. Then I'm cutting. Now, which part am I cutting? I'm cutting the part of the shoulder that do not need facing. I cannot place the facing all through. No. Few inches away from the neck. Maybe 1 inches away from the neck, they can be facing. The same thing on both shoulder. Both shoulder cannot be all through. So this part that I cut and the part that is not cut, all right, you can see it. The same thing here, we indicate where I'll be stopping. Then you can see I opened it. You can see I'm opening it up. But you watch, you see I did not get to the accurate shoulder. So I just take this off. All I need to do is curve. Next thing I need to do is, just while I'm cutting, I'm curving. Just the folded part. That is what I'm curving right now, or cutting right now. The folded part that will serve as the facing. Okay. This will serve as the facing. Good. You can see it. All right. This is how it will look. Let's place it again. So you see it where I stopped. Now you can see it. The neck part of it has folding. before the shoulder, 1 inches, 1.5 inches before the shoulder is stopped. Sorry, after the shoulder is stopped. You can see here, little fabric left. This is how it looks. You can see how it looks. So that when it's sewn, all right, this part goes in. All right, this way it doesn't require me curving the using bias. All right, now what next? I've gotten the front pattern, the front and back the same, no difference. Okay, so I just need to fold it, and cut, and that is what I'm doing right now. So guys, if you have any question, feel free to drop it on the comment section. Okay, and drop a nice comment on the comment section. So what I'm trying to do is get the fabric into two. We need two of it. We need it to be two-piece, all right, the back and the front. And mind you, the back and front are the same neck width, the same neck depth, everything is completely the same. Okay, so we do not need to start measuring anything. All we need to do is, work with what we have. All right, the same thing I will equally mark here. You can see here, I'll cut the shoulder, then follow it, the curve, had the same curve, the facing curve. Okay, I'll follow it up. Then our two pieces ready. Okay, now our upper part is ready. What next? We need our flay. This is a two-step flay, right? If you have enough fabric, go for 360. It's your fabric that determines. Now, the total length of this gown is 38, and I have 30. I've cut out 30. All right, so all I need right now is cut 8 for my flay. The longest one will be 8. The shorter one can be 6 or 4. It's a matter of choice. So this is how we sew. When you place it together this way, you can see it. When you place it together this way, all right, you hold here. Let me position this camera well. When you place it together this way, all right, this is how you sew here. Stop somewhere here. Okay, the same thing this part, sew somewhere here. All right, and it is easy. Okay, so having gotten this, let's go for this flay. Now for those that do not know how to cut flay, there is a video of how to cut different types of flay, 360, 720, 180 on my video on my channel. Okay, feel free and watch it. And if you want me to make a video of how to cut flay, maybe 360 flay, any flay, just let me know in the comment section, because what I'm doing now is getting my flay ready. That is what I'm doing. So feel free, if you have issues on flay, let me know. So I'm going for 360. 360 is when you open it, you fold it into 4, no space. So it is not folded. It is folded, sorry. All right, it is folded into 4. So, and there's no space for opening. So I'm going for the length 9. In case you decide to weave. So 9 is very much okay, total length. Now I'm starting with the longer flay. So you measure this round, 9 all through. All through. You keep marking. All right, now the next thing, you use scissors, to cut. So this folding is so thick, so my scissors is it is small. So guys, this is my flay that I'm cutting. Okay, if you have any question, feel free to let me know on the comment section. Now I always like to place my flay this way. Once I cut enough, I'll just fold it back, for it to rhyme. All right. Placing it this way, at least I'm sure it is, others they will be even, to make sure they are even. That is why I'm placing it this way. So our flay is ready. So guys, watch out for the part 2, the sewing video. All right, the sewing video, I will be posting the sewing video. Watch out for the part 2 of this video. All right, so this is my flay. Yes, you're saying it right. This is how we can see there's no opening at all. Okay, so what we need right now is using this same method. I will equally fold and cut the shorter one. This is the longer part. All right, so let me just place it. This is how it will look. All right, this gown is so beautiful and it is so sexy. All right, so see you on my next video, guys. And remember to drop comment on the comment section so the algorithm can push this video out to more people. All right, thank you for always watching.